Well, this is my second day, but first morning in Wuyuan. I got here last night after driving 7 hours. And although I was tired, I did the smart thing. I found one of the many hotels in the area, got a good night's rest, and now I am ready to explore a waterborne, absolutely beautiful, agriculturally advanced area in the northern heart of Jiangxi. So here we go. I'm headed to a place called Likeng, where it's said that almost all of the people in the city have the same last name. Ought to be interesting.
It's said that Likeng's bridge and canal scenery exudes a sense of warmth. And getting there is, well, a snap. It's just a 12-kilometer drive due east of the city center. And then a little piece of heaven on earth awaits. The piece of heaven with brooks and streams that's nearly 1,000 years in the making.
Have you ever been to a village that seemed like it was out of a fairy tale or a storybook? That's where I'm headed today.
A fairy tale. Perhaps, but very real and very much alive. I could feel the vitality even before entering the village proper. They say first impressions can be deceiving, but my immediate sense of Likeng is of a place something akin to Shangri-La. A quiet of sight and sound, Handel's Messiah and Dvorak's Humoresque, where gentle breeze and trickling brook are the instruments, and nature itself, the virtuoso. The spirit of the land was the conductor, Bridgewater, ancient pavilions. For this city boy, it was that was music to my ears.
For all of China's incredible technological and industrial advancements, the things that will most amaze a would-be tourist are probably the places where time seems to have stood still. Places like Likeng Village. This village, first constructed in 1010 AD, which is 56 years before William the Conqueror completed his Norman conquest of the British Isles, is a place of almost magical history and beauty. It's a place of gurgling brooks, of flowers that dance, and a place where everyone is from the same family.
A few steps is all it takes to cross a huge chasm. I've left reality and entered the world of Likeng. Exquisite, original Ming and Qing-style homes line the waterway. Looking for the best examples of Ming and Qing-era palaces, well, you go to Beijing. But if you're looking for the style and canvas of everyday people from that era, look no further than Likeng. Cradled by low-lying mountains, each home displays the same white wall, black-tiled edifice. And on each roof, the cornice turn up, like horses rearing their heads. Called Hui style, this architectural form is used by Likeng's villagers to build homes even today.
You know, aside from the natural waterborne beauty, something else that makes Likeng Village especially unique is the fact that its people are especially bright. In fact, 550 of Wuyuan residents passed the highest level of imperial examination. After they passed it, they would go abroad, make lots of money, but they all seemed to come back and build houses like these along the canal. Why did they come back? It may have been because the bonds of family were so tight.
Likeng's village is home to 260 families, with a grand total of 1,000 villagers. The main creek plots an east-west course through the village center. Whether man or beast, no one here seems in a hurry. For as many of Likeng's residents who have crossed those 17 bridges in town to leave in search of a better life, you can be sure they all returned home. Returned because Likang is a town where family ties are unbreakable.
And why were those family bonds so tight? Well, it may be because 80% of Likang's villagers are of the family Li. In fact, Likang means the Li family waters. And here, you'll find plenty of two things: sparkling clear waters and members of the family Li.
Don't be deceived by the small town feel. The Li family are no slouches. In fact, they are brilliant. 19 of Likang's native sons ranked in the highest level on imperial examinations. 29 of China's more renowned classic works were penned here, and scores of businessmen achieved wealth, all from this village and all named Li.
我姓李，
我姓李，我姓李，
我姓李，我姓李，
我姓李，我姓李。
我也姓李, Li Dalong, and I'll see you on Getaway. One of Likang's more famous residents, Li Zhichang, actually owned this home. And while the home itself is a beautiful example of Hui architecture, the most interesting aspect is this crepe myrtle tree. It's actually a tree that if you touch, will move. Visitors who come here should know that this tree is over 800 years old, so you're not actually supposed to touch it. But when you do,
The Renaissance man may find its earliest exemplars not in Europe, but China, where most scholars are also poets and naturalists and martial artists. This old tree, now only possessing half of its trunk, was planted by a renowned Likang naturalist and martial artist, Li Zhichang. He planted this extraordinary tree over 800 years ago. And though the master planter is gone, and the tree is old, it, like the village of Likang itself, maintains its delicate sensitivity. Coming up next episode, Wu Yuan's woodwork carves a place in my heart. And rainy days are over, so I celebrate with a trip to Rainbow Bridge. Join me, Da Long, for more Middle Kingdom adventure next time on Getaway.